Hey everyone, I am Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I am super duper excited. Well, first off, it is the end of September, and every year there was always a women's retreat that I would attend as of like in the last 5 years or so. And because of COVID-19, that didn't happen. We had a virtual retreat of sorts that started tonight on September 25th, and so I'm feeling high vibing from that. And we'll meet up all day tomorrow. It's not the same as being in fellowship with women together and doing all those fun, women's retreat things that we do. But, oh well, this works too. So I have been just so amazed and so moved to I'm so in deep gratitude by the showing of human love to me, straight up. I have to say, people's generosity, just from start to finish, it's just been phenomenal. The generosity of your creativity, the generosity of sharing gifts, like gifting me beautiful tarot decks, gifting me your listening ear, your time, your comments. All of that stuff has just been so amazing to me. People putting on the women's retreat, their generosity of their time and energy. My employer, us coming together to work out something that can help them out and help me out going forward and finding more balance in my life. And so I'm just in deep gratitude today. This week, felt like it was at the start of it was going to be quite crazy, but each day a blessing came. And one of the blessings that recently came was this deck. This came yesterday. I already recorded the unboxing of the first deck that came, any one of the decks. So the Dust to Onyx, that in and of itself would have been just fine by itself. And then the Victorian Romantic would be just fine by itself. So I was like, wow, I'm just I'm so thankful and so honored, and just what? You wanted to share with me? Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to do an unboxing of this gorgeous deck. The reason why I'm having this set up now, sorry for all the glare and shadows and stuff, is because I was doing the women's retreat and I wanted to do it here. They were like, oh, you have to have an altar. Because that was the thing, we would have this group altar, right? But what they don't know is I got 8 altars in this house. So I just could take a pick of where I want to set up. So that's why we're here. This deck is a Baba Studios, right? Baba Studios. Well, it says Magic Realist Press is what it says on the back. It says by Alex Ukolov and Karen Mahoney. The Victorian Romantic, and I still cannot believe I am holding it in my hand. This particular version, or it says at least, was copyrighted in 2018. And it's lavishly illustrated cards capturing the romance of the Victorian era. And I'm super duper excited. It's my favorite color. There's some specific superficial reasons at times that I wanted this deck. One of the reasons is I love the rich shade of the dark teal, peacock blue color, if you will, of the box. And I love the Baba Studios box. I own the Bohemian Gothic. And so I was like, well, what deck do I love the most in their collection aside from the Bohemian Gothic? And it was this one, and it's been this one for a long time, but I could never get my hands on it. And so for this generous person to give this to me, I am just floored. I am thank you. I didn't think it was going to happen, so it happened. Some people are they're really into all of the decks, and if I could, I would, but my key decks, I now have them, that I wanted from Baba Studio, so for my collection, and I'm so grateful. So you got this gorgeous box, you guys. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm going to just enjoy this for a moment. Because, you know, unboxings for me are few and far between these days. I felt like last year I was doing an unboxing at least a day. There was like not a day that didn't go by that there was an unboxing, and now it's few and far between. So here's the title card. You can see the shimmer of that gold. Feels so good in the hands. Here's the backs. Look at that. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to go. And here, of course, they have the little white book, which is like, if it's, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just like with the Bohemian Gothic, and plenty, in my opinion, on what you would need to get along with the deck. Here's the full. Let me see if I can get it to focus, and you can maybe see some of that gold pop. Oh my gosh, sorry. It's like, I'm not used to this lighting for this purpose, for unboxings. So normally this is for my I'm gathering with people situation now, because this is where I work for my state work. This is where I work for if I'm doing like lectures, or if I'm doing like tarot group, like Zoom meets. Oh, that's amazing. First of all, let me go back. I just need to take in the Magician for a moment. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. Just the pop of the color in it. I don't even know. It's like this lighting is not doing it justice. Like you can't even see. Can you see that? That like red and the green. It's like the red is like almost metallic. And it's beautiful. It's Magician. So yeah, that's what I normally do this setup with. The other room that I'm in a lot lately, my son's old room, that one I do for client readings and unboxings typically these days, because it's just easier to close the door than to be out here in this open area. The Empress. Oh, it's so beautiful. The Emperor. Cannot believe I'm holding this deck. I cannot believe the decks that have blessed me this week. I can't even tell you guys. Like, it's like Christmas times 10. And only a tarot reader, or tarot collector, I should say, would appreciate what I'm saying. It's like, what? Look at the Hierophant. Oh my gosh. The Lovers. I can't wait to see how I'm going to be. See, I didn't even get a chance to do an interview. You know, I'm always like, oh, let's do an interview before I purchase the deck. This was like a gift. I can't wait to publish these videos too, by the way, so I can just express my gratitude and figure out a way to pay this forward, because this is just amazing. That is the Chariot. You know, like this year, 2020, it feels very world cardish to me. I know we felt like very much like it was a tarot moment or whatever. We were going through death, tarot, card moments. But now I'm feeling like, as we move towards the end of it, like it feels very world card to me. And that's how I feel about my collection. Like it feels very like, okay, I got some heavy hitters that came to my collection this year, and I'm sorry, I'm getting giddy again. It almost hurts so good. I don't even need to add anymore. It's like, you know, of course we say that, and then it's different. Here's Justice. Wow, I love that. We say that, but I'm going to be more disciplined going forward after my depth year. I promised myself that. Having my depth year helped me to see some things, some shadow things in my life that I was blind to. I was working standard 40, 45-hour weeks. My friends and colleagues and bosses were pulling like 70, my husband like 70-hour weeks. And I realized, that's not going to work for me. I mean, let me just back up. I don't mind working from the sun up to the sundown, a 12-hour day if it's doing something I love to do, right? But I can't pretend if I'm like, it was like I hit 40 and something just clicked inside of me. Here's Temperance again. Oh my God. I wish you could see. I wish I was in my other room. Now, I used to complain about the lighting. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring you closer. I used to complain about the lighting in that other room where I do my client readings. I'm not sure. I might like it better. Here's the devil. Look at that. This is so beautiful. Look at this. Oh, okay. She has 2 devils. This is the bonus card because there was 2 bonuses. And of course, you know what I do? Some people take out the extra one. I don't. I keep them in, and it's like, it might be your lucky day, it might not be. You might end up getting 2 devil cards showing up in your spread. So, we'll see. I don't always read as devil as like total like negative hell, you're addicted and all that stuff. Sometimes I like to look at the devil in 2 aspects. Sometimes you need a little debauchery, One of my September cards for my reading, my New Year's reading that I do every year for myself, is I do, a few cards for the year. And one of them for this month was the reverse devil. And so I know exactly what it's talking about. I do. The Tower. And I bet you know too, because it's like, sometimes, man, I used to be a devilish little something. Getting in all kinds of trouble. The Star is gorgeous. Yeah, I can't wait to do those amazing collection videos. I haven't did one in like a couple of years because I was still collecting, and I felt like I can't show my whole collection until I know the decks that I really want are in my coffers, if you will. They're here. They are here. They're here. I'm not going to say any additional names. The Sun. I could gush all day, man. Y'all know me. The Sun is pretty. I really like that, actually. Look at that one more time. Here's Judgment. So you can imagine, it's been a really down time. I work in the Department of Social Services, and I don't work with the public, but you're always thinking about how you can support the public. I work behind the scenes, but you still can't help but to be influenced and affected by what's all going on in the world. And we're tied, into all those other agencies. Like, everybody's talking about EDD and the challenges that are going on there. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the world. And EDD is like our unemployment and disability agency, and so a lot of the other agencies rely on the data that EDD has to produce, and so when they're in turmoil, it can be a little stressful, And all we want to do is do right by the citizens. Ace of Wands, isn't that amazing? And then, of course, by night and weekends, I'm doing tarot readings or doing something related to tarot, whether it's creating content or it's teaching or it's mostly doing tarot readings. Yeah, and then teaching my daughter mainly. And so I was blessed this week with finding out some stuff about how I could possibly be able to work a few hours, like half-time, like take a couple of weeks off, recalibrate, get myself together, and then be able to maybe work half-time. And then that way it allows me some time to be there for my daughter, give her some extra schoolwork, because she's not challenged whatsoever. And she and I need some exercise. We need to get our life back together. 5 of Wands. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me go. I'm sorry. I have to look at this one again. Look at the 4 of Wands. So, a lot of big changes I sense coming in 2021 for myself. A lot of possibilities opening up that I didn't even think about before. I thought it had to be an all or nothing. I'm blessed with an employer that is progressive. And I could easily just try to walk away or leave, but I feel I don't want to leave my state. Like, I feel like this strong sense of obligation. I can't help it. It's just in my makeup. And I'm like, no, I can't. We have so many projects that we have in place to help kind of ease up some of the issues. And I just can't walk away. But I cannot ignore the fact that my daughter needs me too, and that I need me too. So we found a situation that really benefits the whole family, benefits me, benefits my employer. I think they're on board as well. I'm really in deep gratitude about that development. I really love the Eight of Wands. I'm sorry I keep showing y'all the same cards. Because I'm like, look at this. Look at Nine of Wands. That's a proper Nine of Wands, isn't it? I love that. Oh my gosh. This is such a beautiful deck. And I don't really have a lot of, historically themed Victorian era decks. I don't. I mean, you can't even really count it. I have the Romance Angels Oracle, and I might have one other deck. I mean, if you count... Sorry for my alarm. If you count... I don't know. What do I have? Ten of Wands. I don't even know, guys. Page of Wands. Still just kind of on a high from the retreats with the ladies. I've seen some of these ladies a few times over the years at these retreats, so it was nice to see their faces again. Nine of Wands. But anyways, I'm rambling. Queen of Wands. Oh. I'm so grateful. I'm like, thank God. I was drowning as we, parents are trying to find their way. I'm sorry. I'm so in love with this Ace of Cups. I'm so sorry. This is what? That's what I was saying. I don't have a lot of. I mean, that's why I said if you count like the centennial. I mean, but not centennial. This is the borderless. The centennial has a border, but you know what I mean. The Smith Waite. Look at this. And speaking of, so we can look at the tarot size. So, the Baba Studios tarot sizes are slightly bigger, which is fine. They're still easy for me to handle, so I'm happy about that. I'm really in love with that Ace of Cups. Here's the Two. I am in amazing, like, what? It's been a challenging few months, guys. I have gotten, like, some serious, like, folks, like, are you crazy? Why are you saying the things you're saying? And then I've really supported people. And through it all, I haven't been able to make any comments because guess what? My day job and my night job and my daughter and my husband was like, and then my sons when they need me because they're adults, but they need me too. Everybody needs me. Oh my God, I love the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, I do. Look at that. So, it's nice tonight to show myself a little self-love on this Friday night with unboxing this and someone showering me with their love with this. Like, what? What? Now I can do a proper collection video. Well, it'll be several of them, but here's Seven of Cups. Let me look at that one. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, she's a witch. That's an interesting image. Oh, I like that. Ooh. I love the Eight of Cups. I'm fond of Eight of Cups these days, and I don't know why. I love the whole idea. I think maybe what it is like, you know what? You're just like, I'm surrendering. And I'm going to higher ground, somewhere more suited for me and where I'm trying to go. I'm going off into the sunset, leaving all this behind, Y'all, you good? You may not be good. I can't be bothered to worry about it anymore. I gotta go. Here's 9 of Cups. That's why I love the 8 of Cups so much. Because I think I drew the 8 of Cups when it was time to leave my career of like almost 20 years in the insurance industry. So here's the 10. So I ended it, and I don't have any regrets about that. Page of Cups. There's no regrets. Because, yeah, there's just no regrets about that. Knight of Cups. I'm not going to even bore us with rehashing it. Everything is happening in divine order. Queen of Cups. The cover. And I'm sorry, let's just look at the box one more time. Look at this. That is just gorgeousness. Here's the King. Ace. So, look at the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, one more time. So it's been an interesting time, guys. Like trying to find balance in my life, trying to let go of what is no longer in alignment with what I want or what I need, and facing some serious facts about myself and what I need, and realizing, wow, you are at a point of change. And so, the 4 of Swords, what are you going to do with that? This deck, I've been loving and wanting it for so long. You know, everybody has their thing with the Baba Studios. I had 2. Like I said, it was the Victorian Romantic, and then I had to warm up to the Bohemian Gothic. But once the Bohemian Gothic came into my home, it took over. And then I think I've mentioned it before on a couple of occasions that my oldest son likes me to read with it. When his friends come over, he wants me to read with using the Bohemian Gothic with his friends, because in his mind, he thinks the deck is magic. So I'm curious to see how we get along with the Victorian 6 of Swords. And I'm excited that I have a tarot enthusiast in my oldest, because that means that he can get some of my decks, but I'm probably going to have a Wheel of Swords or my deck collection. So some of you special folks might be in that will. Because I will be like, I know they'll appreciate, I know this person appreciate this, and I know that's morbid. I mean, don't worry, I plan on living to 102, at least. I'm just saying, just when you do you have to do trust and wills, and you have to think about such things. Even if you have I don't know, you might have to will a $5,000 car. Who knows? You might have to leave that to somebody. So you might have a few dollars that needs to go to somebody. You have to declare it. Otherwise, it'll go off to a sheet, at least in California or the United States. It'll go off to the state or whatever. You want to make sure you cover your peeps on 10 of Swords. And I want to bequeath my decks to people who are going to love and take care of them. Page of Swords. Not somebody who's going to give them away to Goodwill. I mean, that's fine if it's, but on some of these, Knight of Swords, I'll be damned. I'll roll over in my grave. Queen of Swords. I'll haunt them. King of Swords. You guys are being so silly. I'm hungry too, because I didn't eat dinner before the retreat started. It started at 6:30, so it's been a few hours now. Ace of Pentacles. Isn't she cute? 2 of Pentacles. So what's funny is that my husband's mom is a redhead, and there's like a picture of like when she's growing up, and like this kind of reminds me of her. And yeah, it's really pretty. 2 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. I'm looking at 5 and I'm in love. I think I really love the 5 of Pentacles in, yep, I did, in the Bohemian. I'm confident of that. 6. Trying to get it to focus. 6 of Pentacles is really nice. It's fully illustrated, you know. 7 of Pentacles. Can't be mad at that. 8 of Pentacles. Some people are like, oh, I don't like a border. I think this is fine. It's like fine art, so it needs a little border, you know. I'm not bothered by their borders. Look at this. Look at this 9. I wish you could see her little gold belt is like shimmering, but I can't. Oh, you might get to see it. Anyways, it's really pretty. Here's the 10. Love that too. Page. Here's the Knight. You can see the shimmering there. It's just really amazing. Amazing quality here. Queen of Pentacles. You know, it's like, sometimes I was buying a lot of like decks, like, oh, there's a sale going on. And I bought like a few decks in last year when I was really in my accumulation phase of decks. And this year being in the depth year, I had to either, when I was in my low buy section, had to be very intentional and not trying to buy up everything. And so it's so, it feels so much better, I think. It heightens, to get this deck as a gift, it just heightens the whole experience of receiving it after kind of depriving myself for a little while. It's just a little while, really. A depth year is really a bleep in time when you think about it. It's not that long. So that's how thick it is. And I'm going to... it's so... I almost don't want to bend it. I don't want to do anything with it because it was brand new. It's brand new. I'm in love. I'm just in love. You have to understand the kind of week that I had. And then you have to understand the highs are the highs. When you start to see the unboxings that happened in 2020 for me, you're going to understand why, wow, this was a powerful week for me in terms of the decks that came into my collection. Let me just tell you. So I'm going to close this out because I just want to see, or read from the white book to show or demonstrate how it reads. It's a little white book. It's really nice. All right, so what do we got? Let's see. I don't want to mess it up. So we got 3 of Wands and 10 of Swords. 3 of Wands. Loving that. Yes, yes, yes. And 10 of Swords. That's an interesting depiction of the 10 of Swords, isn't it? So 3 of Wands. And the little white book is really actually quite substantial. It's got an introduction, learning the tarot. It even goes into some numerological stuff, you know. How to begin a tarot reading, some spreads. The reader in a position of trust. Oh, I love this. I'm just going to read this for a second. So you will find that when you do any reading which is at all serious in intent, your words may be given a lot of weight by the querent. This often puts the reader in a position of some power. Please remember that this power should not be abused. Readings are not about showing off your skill, bullying the querent, or exerting authority over them. Try always to read with compassion and a degree of consideration and respect. Your efforts will be much more effective and appreciated. Real talk. lots of spreads actually. So then we go, and then we go right to the meanings. We've got 3 of Wands. So that's planning ahead with confidence, exploration, and expansion, taking your projects onto a wider stage, looking for new horizons, ambitions that you begin to put into practice, blowing your own trumpet about your plans and intentions. I love that. 10 of Swords, and then we'll close out the video. Let's go here. Oh, there we go. Giving up and giving in. Reaching a point of despair, sorrow and desolation, a psychological breakdown, the lowest point in the cycle, but from here things should begin to improve, emotional exhaustion. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, there you have it. We got the Victorian Romantic Tarot. Hold on. I have to show. I have to grab it. This is Ace of Wands. It is a new day, a new beginning, and I'm so thankful to you know who you are, and you brightened up my whole world. Like, seriously, like my whole world for like, I don't know, like since I haven't really been buying decks, let's just say a year. Let's just say a year. You brightened up my life with the generosity that you've shown to me. Big hugs. Big hugs to you. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I wanted to try to keep it short, but I kind of knew I was going to be rambling because I needed to kind of let things kind of get off my chest and unbox this beauty. Take good care of yourselves. See you all later. Bye.